Morning, afternoon, evening. We're going to start in our chair. So find a comfortable chair and you can sit towards the front of the chair. You never want to sit all the way back in the chair, it's too deep. So as you come to the front of the chair, just bring your feet underneath your knees and take a moment to find your seat. Connect your sit bones into the chair. Lift the heart and draw the shoulders onto the back. Take a moment to connect to your breath. You can softly close your eyes and allow the breath to move in and out of the body. As we move into this second week of Spring Clean 30, setting an intention, a focus for our week, for our practice, to align with the goals that we have set, the goals of increased water intake, of adding daily movement to our lives, of participating in a few moments of quiet breath and movement. As you bring those intentions into your focus and awareness, allow the breath to deepen and soften. Take one more full breath in. And exhale, releasing out. From here, you're going to step up out of your chair. We'll place the chair to the side for a moment. And then connect down into your feet. Press all four corners of your feet into the ground, so the inner and outer ball of the foot, inner and outer heel of the foot. Lift the toes. And from here, we're going to draw our hips back and then reach your tailbone down towards the floor, towards your mat. Lift your heart, draw your shoulders onto the back. Keep reaching the tailbone to remove that large arch from the low back. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Gaze up, exhale, release the hands down to your side. A few inhalations and exhalations as you inhale, opening the heart, opening the breath. As you exhale, releasing the hands down. Imagine that your hands are sweeping away all of the cobwebs out of your negativity, sweeping out any toxins. They're like the windshield wipers of your health, removing and brushing away. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace the fingers and press the palms all the way up. So you want to take your hands from in front of your ears, draw your shoulders onto your back body, and then bring your arms a little bit more in line with your ears. Again, find your foundation. Your feet are connected to the earth. Draw up through your legs. Connect to your low back and reach the tailbone down. Lift the heart. Extend through the palms. Let the side bodies get longer. As you inhale, fill the body with breath. As you exhale, release the hands down to your side. And then take your right hand. As you inhale, you're going to slide your left hand up to the sky, right hand down your leg. And exhale, release down. Then the opposite side, side to left, inhale the right arm up. And change. As you do this a few times, you want to make sure that both feet are planted fully and that the hips are equal so that you're not bending out in the hips or changing the level of the hips. The hips are level to each other. So a few breaths at your own pace of inhaling and exhaling, one arm and then the other. The opposite hand slides down the leg. Notice as you move if that hand that's sliding down your leg is able to slide a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, even as you stay connected to the earth with both feet equally pressing down into the ground. From here, we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. Again, root down through your feet, draw energy up the legs, draw your hips and thighs back, and then reach your tailbone down to the ground. Lift the heart, draw the shoulders on the back, and open the heart, chest, gaze to the sky. As we find that foundation in the legs and the feet, you can find a freeness and an openness in the heart, chest, and arms. From here, you can keep lifting your hands slightly away from your buttocks as you draw your shoulders more deeply down the back. And release your hands. Just take a moment to notice the feel of the shoulders, the arms. From here, you can take your hand and place your right hand in front of you. Turn the palm with fingers facing down. You're going to grasp with your left hand, grab your right fingers, and draw your right fingers towards your torso, down towards the floor and towards your torso. You should feel a stretch in the forearm of the arm, the inner forearm. Draw your shoulder onto the back, root the feet down, extend up through the crown of the head. This is a great one for any tightness that you might have from working at a computer or writing or anything repetitive with the hands and arms. And then release that hand down. Inhale the left hand up, fingers point down, palm is away from you. Draw your left fingers towards your torso. Draw your shoulders onto the back, extend up through the crown of the head. And then release that hand down. We're going to grab our chair and do a balancing pose. So for some of you, this may be easily accessible, and for others, it will be a challenge. So accept where you are and allow yourself to be there. You're exactly where you need to be. We're going to do tree pose. So the right foot is going to be placed either on the inner shin or up higher in the inner thigh. Or you might just lift your right foot off the floor. So wherever you are in your balance, you can either hold the chair or not hold the chair. Few modifications. So take a moment to connect the left foot down into the ground, all four corners of the feet, reach down into the ground, and then extend all the way up through the core and through the crown of the head. Once you have solid left leg, you're going to take your right foot and either place the heel, toes on the mat, heel on the inner calf, or you can slide that foot up into the calf, or you can reach down and bring your foot all the way up and place it into your inner thigh. And you want to push your inner thigh into your foot and your foot into your inner thigh. One place you don't want to put your foot is on the knee. So you want to either bring it above or below. And then draw your knee a little bit behind you. Extend up through the heart. And if your foot is sliding, like mine is right now, you can actually hold onto that foot and bring the hands into Namaste. Find a gaze to focus in front of you, something that's not moving. And notice the flow of the breath as the breath moves in and out of the body. And then release that foot down. I'm going to change sides. So opposite foot connected into the ground. Take a moment to find that foundation. Draw all the way up through your leg into your low back and then reach your tailbone down. From here, same variation you took on the other side, either toes on the mat and heel on the inner thigh, shin, or you can come up to the shin, calf, or you can come all the way up into the inner thigh with your hand in Namaste, either one hand or both hands. So as you press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot, it can help keep the foot where it belongs. You're going to draw your left knee slightly back, keep reaching the tailbone down, extend up through the heart and through the crown of the head. Find a spot in front of you that is not moving and focus your intention, your breath on that spot. Slowly release your hands, release your leg. Take a moment to find your breath. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose, draw the shoulders onto the back, lift up through the heart, and release. So we're going to use our chair for a moment to do a forward bend. Turn your chair so that it's facing you, the seat is facing you, feet facing the chair. And from here, again, I'm going to reach my feet down into the ground, draw my hips and thighs back, and then root my tailbone. I root my tailbone down towards the ground to take the large arch out of my back. And then as I inhale, I lift the heart and chest, hands on the hips. Exhale, fold over. So some of you might feel a little more comfortable with your feet slightly apart. You can bring your feet a little bit more hip distance apart. Keep reaching your sit bones back behind you and hugging your belly up to your spine so that you're not overarched in your lower back. Reach the heart forward towards the back of the chair. And then you may just place your hands on the chair and stay here. Or some of you may be able to bend your elbows and bring your heart towards the seat of the chair. Some of you may be able to bend all the way forward and place your head on the seat of the chair. Wherever you are, you want to keep lengthening the front body. So reach the heart out in front. So as opposed to rounding the whole back out and going deeper, you want to stay higher to reach the heart out and keep the back in more flat. And some may need to bend their knees slightly. So take a few moments to breathe here and find your full expression of the pose. Slightly bend your knees and inhale yourself all the way up to stand. One final pose. We're going to come to sit in our chair. So we did this one a few days ago. It's a hip opener. Place the left foot on the floor. Right foot comes across so that the foot is crossed over the knee. And then some of you may have your knee very high. That's fine. You want to flex the right foot. And as you notice your spine, lift up through the spine so that the whole spine gets long. See if you can reach your sit bones back behind you. So you're trying to arch your back. Imagine that your back is arched, even though it won't really arch very much. And then from there, bring your right knee down towards the floor. You should feel the stretch in the outer hip. And depending on how tight you are, I'm very tight today, depending on how tight you are, your knee will begin to descend more down towards the floor. Wherever you are, you want to keep reaching that right hip back behind you and find your sit bones and reach those back behind you also. Hug your belly into your spine, lift your heart, and then you can begin to draw yourself forward towards your shin. Or you can sit up straight if that's enough for you. So find your edge, work your edge, and use the breath to bring you deeper into your pose. Release that right foot and change legs. Right foot comes down onto the ground, left foot comes across. So your left ankle is just beyond your knee. And then once again, find your foundation, your seat. Reach your sit bones back behind you like you're trying to arch your low back. Lift your heart, hug your belly in towards your spine, and then allow that left knee to descend as much as it can down towards the ground. As you keep a long front body, you want to exhale and fold yourself forward. So each inhalation, you lift the heart a little bit more, and exhalation, fold yourself a little bit deeper. So this is a great stretch to be able to do anytime that you're sitting in a chair. You can do your yoga as long as you move your breath with your intention of movement. It's all yoga. This is an easy way to put some of our focus and awareness into our daily lives. Inhale yourself all the way up. Release that foot, and we're going to come into our final relaxation. You can either stay here in your chair, comfortable with your hands on your thighs. Allow your posture to extend so that the heart is lifted, shoulders are on the back body, and the belly pulls in towards the back spine. Or you can come to lie in full Shavasana if you'd like to finish in relaxation. Take a moment to connect to the breath. Allow the inhalation to fully expand the belly and the exhalation to be pressed all the way out, releasing and letting go of any holding, any tension, any toxins, any negativity. Inhale, drawing in those intentions for health and well-being. And exhale, release blockings, anything that may be resisting your forward progress. And you can stay here as long as you would like, either on your chair or in Shavasana on the mat. And bring this piece of calmness, of openness with you into your life. Namaste.